Good morning. We saw a lot of groovy people on Friday night, and we had a great time. So, for those of you that missed it, some of us have some great pictures. I think some were up on Facebook yesterday about a few people, but we certainly had a great time Friday night. And thanks to everyone that put the dance together. And thanks for everyone that came out and made it happen. So it was a great time. Welcome to Unity of London. We're located at 501 Nelson Street in London, Ontario, Canada. We have a great crowd here. So good morning, everybody here. Good morning, everybody on Zoom. We heard y'all having a great little chat earlier. And hello to you if you're watching this later on YouTube. For those of us in the crowd, if you have a phone, appreciate if you would put it on airplane mode or silence it so it doesn't go off. And for those of you online, please make sure you stay muted and so we can have a nice, smooth, wonderful service. Welcome home. So many of us do believe that when we come here on Sunday mornings, it's like coming home to another family, group of brothers and sisters from many other mothers and fathers. You know how people say that my brother, like Ed and Don, don't share a mother or father, but they call each other sister and brother. So anyways, why do we come here? Well, for the love and the joy, the kindness and the curiosity that we all have, which leads to our growth. We love how on Friday night, we certainly had some great self-expression. I tried to talk everybody into wearing their outfits again today, but I wore my jeans and my boots again, but I didn't wear my headband either. So, and the other things, but we had a great time and self-expressed what it was like in the 60s. And well, why else we come here is for the connection. And as we share our spiritual awakening, our transformation, we believe coming together, we're also evolving peace and unity worldwide has often been called a positive path to spiritual living. So if you're new to us, welcome. And hopefully you have a good time. Should have come out Friday night. You would have had a good time, but anyways, and unity is based on 5 basic principles. And each week we like to affirm these for those that are newly learning them, but also for those of us that have been around for a while. Sometimes we need a reminder that what those principles are. So I invite you to affirm these with me. Principle number 1, that God is all good and active in everything, everywhere. Number 2, I am naturally good because God's divinity is in me and in everyone. 3, I create my experiences by what I choose to think and what I feel and believe. And 4, through affirmative prayer and meditation, I connect with God and bring out the good in my life. And number 5, I do and give my best, the truth I know. I make a difference. Excellent. We all make a difference. And how are some of the ways that we do that? Well, inspiring people to make a positive change in the world. You don't have to go far most days to find somebody that's not too happy with something that's going on. So we might suggest to them that they be the change and that they look for the good in things instead of what maybe appears to be not so good. By providing fellowship and education for spiritual seekers in all walks of life here at Unity, and while we're out in the community, we know that we are all here to coexist in peace, and it's our differences that help us to learn and grow and appreciate one another, how the myriad of ways that God can express itself. Oh, I was doing really, there we go. Oh, is that it? Really? Okay. Guess what? The door's open. And I'll leave it to the sound booth to carry on.
No matter where you come from, no matter where you're going, here's a place where you can take comfort in the knowing that whether if you've come to stay a while or just passing through, this door is open to you. Come and let's be silent. Come and share a hug. Come, let's pray together. Come, love and be loved. From the blissed out to the turned out, from the past are not alone, and someone cares for you. As an individualization of divine point of view, this door is open to you. This door is open. This door right here is open for you. This door is open to you. This door is open. I'm talking about this door. This door is open. I said this door is open to you. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. The God in us recognizes the God in you. The God in you. Whether you're black or white or gay or straight, Christian, Buddhist or Jew, this door is open to you.
Oh, I was thinking, oh, maybe I should be prepared where I'm going next. Getting into the song and the door. So Unity many years ago, over 130 years ago, was founded on affirmative prayer. And as you know, we have our prayer box at the front of the room here, that if you have someone in your life that you would, or yourself, prayer for, just put a name on a piece of paper and in the prayer box. And that person will be prayed for 30 days here at least, and then on to Silent Unity. And at any time, you can call 1-800-NOW-PRAY and get prayer from a wonderful divine being in the tower at Silent Unity. And each week we have opportunity for you to have personal one-on-one prayer. Today we have Dawn, you're available today. I covered for you last week. You were selling stuff. You're not selling stuff today, just prayers. So Dawn will be waiting for people for prayer in the fellowship hall to go into the prayer room, and free of charge, no charge. I mean, does it get any better? And online, we have our wonderful Wilda always waiting to pray for anyone that would like individual prayer online. And remember, at 9 a.m., Monday to Friday, you can join a Zoom link that is sent out with the Zoom links every Saturday, that you can join some of our prayer chaplains for prayer during the week if you would like that at 9 o'clock. And if anyone would like more information, doesn't know where to get that, just ask and we will get it for you. And so now we will take a few moments to have some prayer today. So I invite you to close your eyes if you're comfortable doing so. And as you have a couple of nice deep breaths, as you're releasing your breath, feel your body relax, let your shoulders drop, and just be comfortable in your chair and focus on your heart space. And we imagine our hearts all beating together as one, for we are all one. This week during our prayer, we hold all of our Unity community that cannot be here and those that are here, all of our friends and families. And in November, we hold Unity Church of Agape in Scarborough and Silent Unity in our prayers. And we take a few moments to whisper the names of people that we would like to include in our prayer circle. So as we go through these wonderful, challenging, changing times, we've just had a week of remembering those that have fought for us, for our peace and for our freedom. We also remember all of the civilians that are lost every day that there's war. We hold all our leaders in prayer. And we know that the things that are happening may not appear to be good for us. Yet, if we truly believe that God is in everything and in everyone, we have no reason for fear or doubt. This is where our curiosity comes into play, wondering what is our part to do in making this world a better place? How can I make a difference today and each day? And we start with the love that's in our heart. And so we imagine all those people that are dealing with fear and of the unknown, especially our neighbors south of the border, as their leadership changes. And sometimes it's the people that disrupt our lives that make the biggest difference. And so we do, as Unitics, let go of the fear of what might be and make room for more faith of what truly is and always will be. And with faith, we move forward knowing that we are making a difference every day. And we all add to the love and the peace in the world. And we're grateful knowing this is so. And so we let it be. Amen. And now our wonderful Dawn is going to come up and read from the Daily Word.
The title of today's daily word is joy. The joy of God is mine today and every day. Sometimes I lose touch with my joy. I may be tempted to search outside of myself for entertainment or distractions that bring temporary happiness. But when the novelty fades, I find myself searching for joy once again. Today, I realize that true lasting joy has its source in God. As a divine being, God's joy is mine. If I'm not feeling joyful, I need not turn to the things of this world. Instead, I need only turn to the divine presence within me. In a moment of prayer and peaceful contemplation, I find serenity and peace and the comforting feeling that all is well with me and the world. Worldly happiness may fade. God's joy is my joy forever. I have said these things to you that my joy may be in you and that your joy may be complete. So it says in John, verse, the book of John, chapter 15, verse 11. Our speaker today, our dear Tony, is a lifelong student and teacher of spirituality, metaphysics, abundance manifestation. An experienced mentor, Tony is, speaker and trainer, and the author of the book, Using the Law of Attraction. Tony's been an active member of Unity of London since 2012 and has been the past president of our board of director. With his message entitled The Power of the World, oh my goodness, the power of the word. Please join me in welcoming our dear Tony, our Orvidas.
Thank you, Dawn, and good morning, Unity of London. So as Dawn said, today's message is titled The Power of the Word. Let's start off by looking at the metaphysical definition of the word. It's from Truth Unity. Every word of man has back of it an idea, and the power of the word is primarily in the idea. Added power is given by the speaker according to the realization of oneness with the idea and the force of his thought. The character of the idea that a word conveys determines whether it is constructive or destructive. Man makes his world by his word, either silently or audibly expressed. Now, the ideas that make words constructive are life, love, wisdom, substance, power, strength. and all the other ideas that express divine attributes. Words carrying the life idea produce a vitalizing and life-giving effect. Words that express divine love are harmonizing and unifying in their effect. Words are made active in the body through their being received by the mind and carried into the body through the subconscious by one's thought. Interesting definition, eh? In her book, How to Pray Without Talking to God, Linda Martellowitz tells us that the words we speak and the thoughts we think reveal our beliefs and expectations. The power of the word is revealing, formative, and creative. Words reveal to us our innermost beliefs and expectations and the quality of our consciousness. Words are the keys to the heart. What we believe about ourselves, others in the world, come out of our mouths. Words teach us about our unconscious assumptions. She goes on to write, whether our words and thoughts spring from our own experience or from our interpretation of others' words, what we tell ourselves affects us. The formative power of the word is in its effect. Words and thoughts affect our bodies, health, and sense of well-being. Words of encouragement, worthiness, and optimism build our body's immune systems, whereas words of discouragement, unworthiness, and pessimism inhibit those same immune systems. When we pay attention to our words, we are empowered to choose them, claim them, and live out from them. Think back, remember as a kid, maybe saying or hearing the rhyme. Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. That, my friends, was horse crunch, a dirty lie. Of course, mean words cause you pain, emotional pain, right? My birth family and I were immigrants. We came to Canada in 1953, and eventually we all became citizens, so we couldn't be deported. Now, I recall once being called a DP by some kids in the schoolyard during recess. I asked what the initials meant and was told that DP stood for deported prick. I told them that I was neither. And then a friend advised me that it really meant displaced person. I eventually learned that it was a term used by the United Nations Relief and Rehabilitation Administration and by Allied military commands to describe people in the Second World War driven from their native countries by those ever-loving Nazis. When I got home at the end of the day, I asked my dad if we were DPs, and he said we were, and asked what the real meaning of DP was, sharing the two definitions I'd heard that morning. Well, he thought I was being a bit of a smartass, which I admit I was. And so, once again, I received my spanking. So you see, words not only create emotional pain, but physical pain as well. So let's talk further about the power of words. Vex King, in his book, Good Vibes, Good Life, remember that one we talked about a fair amount. Words can help, can heal, or can hurt. There's power in everything you write and say, he says. What you verbalize will eventually materialize. You have the power to talk aspects of your reality into existence. He also told us to never underestimate the power of affirmations. That's simply saying something repeatedly with great conviction creates a deep belief in our subconscious that the statement is true. And those affirmations, as we know, are a large part of unity, aren't they? Repeating affirmations, especially if you do so out loud, is a conscious process of sending instructions to your subconscious mind. And once these beliefs are planted, your subconscious will do everything in its possible way to bring those ideas into reality. In the 1990s, Dr. Masaru Emoto carried out some groundbreaking experiments on the impact of emotional energy on water. In one study, described by some as pseudoscience, he wrote positive words on containers full of water and negative words on other containers of water. He then froze samples of the water from each of the containers. Dr. Emoto's thinking was that if words are energy and water is an absorber of energy, then surely the words would affect the water in some way. Well, he was absolutely right. The water that had been exposed to positive words formed beautiful ice crystals when frozen, with the words love and gratitude providing the most stunning examples. In contrast, the water exposed to negative words formed unappealing patterns and distorted shapes when frozen. He found the same results by verbally communicating words to different water containers. It was therefore clear to him that our words carry vibrations. Research has shown that even plants exposed to positive language exhibit faster growth rates and overall better health. Now, our bodies are primarily made up of water, right? So just imagine how much our words affect us and those around us. Now, at this point, I should admit that I occasionally say mean words to my wife, Bonnie. It seems to happen mostly when I'm driving in the car and feel that something she has said has been critical of my driving abilities. When I reply to her comment, I can be very rude and hurtful. In retrospect, I'm aware that I should have responded much more appropriately, thanking her for her input or something like that. But my knee-jerk reaction in the moment was defensive, hostile, and a reactive retaliation. Not something I'm proud of, and something I keep working on. As I've told Bonnie after apologizing for what I said, I'm a work in progress, and certainly there's a lot of room for improvement. Eric Butterworth, a great Unity teacher, writes that about the turn of the century, Charles Fillmore said, words are the most powerful agents of the mind. Every time we speak, we cause the atoms of the body to tremble and change their places. I can imagine that such statement caused quite a snicker by scientific minds, he said. Yet recently, in Science Digest, an article appeared that showed the correlation between body function and speech. During a period of 4 years, Dr. William S. Condon of the University of Pittsburgh School of Medicine found that the body does not simply move randomly as a person speaks, nor is it still. The body dances to the rhythm of speech. Legends from time immemorial have told of witches and fairy queens who have had command of a secret phrase that could accomplish miracles. There is, of course, no power in abracadabra or in open sesame, but they were on the right track, you see. There is tremendous magic in ordinary words we use in our daily living. Jesus of Nazareth was keenly aware of the power of the spoken word. That which enters into the mouth doesn't defile man, but that which proceeds out of the mouth, this defiles man. And I say unto you that every idle word that you speak, you shall give account thereof in the day of judgment. For by thy words thou shalt be justified, and by thy words thou also shalt be condemned. Eric goes on to say, let a healthy man say, I am sick, and he will eventually judge himself to be sick. And he will be sick. It's the nature of thought to find its way into action, and the process is accelerated when the thought is expressed as a spoken word. People have talked themselves into the grave, and optimistic people stricken by the shadow of illness have talked themselves into radiant health. Poor men have talked themselves into success and prosperity. And people of means have repeatedly voiced fears of lack and crisis in their affairs and have talked themselves into a financial crunch. We all should honestly evaluate the things we say, as they can become self-fulfilling prophecies. Begin to change your prophecy. Make a positive law for yourself. What you say reflects a state of consciousness, and consciousness is forever projecting itself into manifestation, creation. Certainly, that is a sobering thought, but it also opens new horizons of possibility for you. Eric goes on to tell us, you can create and heal and change things through the power of the spoken word. Veronica Jost, in her article, The Power of Words, How Mindful Language Shapes Our Lives, writes, it's easy to forget just how powerful words are until you see a single phrase brighten someone's face, or a kind word that has the ability to soften even the hardest of days. The words we choose each day can be like seeds. They grow and multiply, just like Charles Fillmore told us. They may be small and unassuming, yet hold the potential to grow into something much bigger. When we use words mindfully, she writes, they become tools that shape our relationships, our self-image, and the way we experience the world around us. It's a lesson many of us have come to understand slowly as adults, yet one that children in their innocence can grasp so naturally. For children, positive language shapes their emotional intelligence, helping them name and understand their feelings and focus on the good of their lives. Research from the University of California, Berkeley, has shown that children who regularly express gratitude and use positive language have lower levels of stress and higher levels of overall life satisfaction. And as they grow, these values grow with them, becoming rooted in their vocabulary and in their attitudes. Teaching mindful language isn't only for parents, it's a gift you can share with grandkids, nephews, nieces, or even friends' children. And for adults, introducing mindful words can transform your own self-talk, building resilience and self-compassion at any age. Now, what's this mindful language we talk about? By the way, all those words on her face basically say ugly. It means choosing words that reflect positivity, awareness, intention. It's the difference between saying, I'm not feeling great, and reframing it as, I'm working through some challenges and I'm taking care of myself. Shifting language from limiting to affirming words isn't just a play on semantics. It's rooted in how our brains respond to language. Studies show that positive words stimulate the brain's reward centers, promoting optimism, while negative words increase stress. For adults and children alike, mindful language encourages reframing our inner dialogue. For instance, when a child says, I can't do it, responding with, you're still learning and you're doing your best, shifts the focus from limitations to growth. Adults can benefit too. Swapping self-criticism and phrases like, I'm learning or I'm capable builds a positive, supportive mindset. The words that we as children learned early on became part of our internal vocabulary, shaping how we process emotions and interact with others. Here are some practical tips from Veronica for teaching mindful language. Start with gratitude. Use phrases like, today I'm grateful for, or look how lucky I am to have. This practice encourages individuals to regularly focus on the positives, which is linked to higher levels of happiness. starting a daily gratitude list or journal, or even verbally acknowledging things that went well each day can similarly boost mood and resilience. Reframe negative phrases. If one says, I'm scared before a new experience, like, say, going to a Taylor Swift concert or something, try saying, it's okay to feel nervous. It means something exciting is about to happen. Reframing helps people see emotions as part of growth rather than as obstacles. Reframing phrases like, this is too difficult, to this challenge is helping me grow can reduce stress and further develop emotional intelligence. Use empowering affirmations. We talked about that already. Use affirmations like, I'm strong, I'm loved, I'm learning. Simple yet effective in creating a positive self-image. When repeated, affirmations help reinforce an internal voice that supports rather than criticizes. Studies show that the regular use of affirmations can decrease feelings of self-doubt and encourage a more confident, proactive mindset, not only in children, but adults as well. And finally, encourage self-kindness. In moments of disappointment, phrases like, it's okay, or I can try it again, foster resilience, foster self-compassion. Self-kindness phrases like, I'm doing my best and I can grow from this experience can remind people that setbacks are merely opportunities for learning. Mindful language is most powerful when it becomes a shared practice. Simple phrases like, I appreciate you, or I'm thankful for, become meaningful when they're used as family rituals, building a culture of gratitude and kindness. Remember that during Christmas dinner. This practice can extend beyond immediate family to include friends, mentors, loved ones. Mindful language creates a practice of self-affirmation and positivity, encouraging a way of seeing oneself and others through a lens of compassion. Now, when we model and share these words, we set a standard of kindness and respect that ripples through generations. And for ourselves, mindful language becomes a tool of resilience, giving us words to reframe challenges and foster inner strength. It's a powerful reminder that the words we choose have the potential to transform how we connect with others and with ourselves. Lisa Feldman Barrett, PhD, her teeth look like chiclets. She asks us, why do the words you encounter have such wide-ranging effects inside you? Well, because many of the brain regions that process language also control the insides of your body, including major organs and systems that manage your metabolism. These brain regions are contained in what scientists call the language network. They guide your heart rate up and down. They adjust the glucose entering your blood system to fuel your cells. They change the flow of chemicals that support your immune systems. The power of words is not a metaphor, it's in our brain wiring. Words then are tools for regulating human bodies. Other people's words have a direct effect on your brain activity and your bodily systems. And your words have that same effect on other people. Whether you intend that effect, it's irrelevant. It's how we are all wired. According to spiritual author Mike Dooley, your words are your thoughts that will become things the soonest. Let them be of what you like and love, he writes, what you care about, what you cherish, what serves you and makes you happy, what gives you wings and makes your heart sing, what makes you dream. When you talk about what is or what was, even if just explaining to a friendly ear, you are projecting more of the same into your future. When you truly understand how life works, you'll rarely, if ever, say things like, it's hard, it's not working, or something's wrong with me. Instead, you'll start saying things like, I'll find the time for that. Good thing I'm rich. Or can't take a bad picture. As we come to a close, let's listen again to Eric Butterworth. Thought is the great power of life, yet we often wonder how we can control it. There is an easy technique. Watch your words. Words reflect thought, but by the law of reversibility, words can influence and change thought. Thus, begin to work with that which you can change. Set a tight seal on your lips. Say only those things that you want to see manifest in your life. The word creates, it influences, it heals, it empowers, and it connects us to the divine. The power of the word is undeniable, and with this power comes great responsibility. Whether we're aware of it or not, the words we speak out and write, they shape the world around us and have the potential to transform our lives and the lives of others. By recognizing the impact of our words, we can use them more consciously, more compassionately. Words are not just sounds, not just symbols. They are living forces that can heal, inspire, bring about change. Understanding the power of the word is understanding the potential to create a better world. One thoughtful, kind, and empowering word at a time. As Unity co-founder Charles Fillmore told us, your words have power. Use them wisely. Speak words of love, encouragement, and affirmation to yourself and to others. Speak only words that are positive, uplifting, and life-giving. And with that, let's go into meditation. The guided meditation this morning is based on a poem by Steve Garnaas Holmes. It's about silent words that we call blessings. So sit back, relax, close your eyes. Let my words be yours. I carry my secret power through this world hidden, so you will not see it. It never tires or errs or fails. It prevails in public or in secret, with a single one or a whole clan. It does not protect me or hand me success, but it always triumphs, always lives. Though often I will suffer for it, but only a bit. It streams from my heart to all who I meet, but they seldom know it was me, since it takes effect so slowly. I walk through the market, I read the paper, I watch the dryer repair person, the grocery clerk, people who drive, who walk, who yell at me, secretly radiating the gift that I have been given, seldom speaking of it, but letting it flow. Blessing, blessing, blessing. Let's now take a few moments to send blessings out into the world. gradually come back to your world of earthly delights, secure in the knowledge that all is as it should be, as you co-created it through your words, your blessings, your prayers of decree, and your affirmations. Amen.
Thank you so much, Tony. We truly appreciate you and your ability to do great research and put together a great talk and show us some simple ways on how we can make a difference. And our words truly, our spoken words especially, really do make a difference. And thank you so much for a great talk. And now we'll have I think a song by Karen Drucker. Some simple words that can make a difference. And now we come to the time where we say thank you. Thank you so much for the time and talent and treasures that the people have shared. And we're going to give you an opportunity for those that haven't sent anything during the week and you'd like to do an offering, a donation, a tithe. Our lovely ladies will pass the offering bag around. And as always, your offerings can be made by check, if you still have any of those around, by credit card or debit in our bookstore on our machine. You can use the Tithely site. And of course, you can e-transfer to Unity of London at hotmail.com, where our lovely Hilda will know where to post things. And our lovely Hilda is going to be here in Ontario this week. So we look forward to, for those of us that'll get a chance to see her and catch up with her a little bit. Her family's been growing, lots of grandchildren, and yeah. They're on their way. Just keep speaking those words. Okay, let's bless our offering. Divine love flowing through me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. And so it is. And you might affirm, Renee, as you speak, wanting grandchildren, that they're loving and well behaving and all those great things that you. I'm looking for perfect grandchildren. Not me, Renee. Although Larry does have a couple of wonderful grandchildren. And our announcements. Oh, it's getting out cold outside. Has anybody noticed? Our 2024 Christmas project, as we were talking a little earlier, we've had such lovely weather, but it's certainly falling out there. It's very fallish. But for our 2024 Christmas project, we're going to collect winter accessories. So mitts, gloves, hats, scarves, socks, and remember with the socks, white are preferred for if they are given to people that are on the street, white is best for their feet. And we will also do a food bank collection. So the most needed with the London Food Bank are canned vegetables and fruit, ideally with no sugar, canned tomatoes, ideally without salt added, canned tuna and salmon, peanut butter, special diet foods that are, for example, gluten-free or lactose-free, dried vegetables like lentils, chickpeas, and legumes, and healthy breakfast cereals. Notice the word healthy breakfast cereals. I don't think Trix might be for kids, but I think they're kind of full of sugar. And we are going to do a Christmas concert with our wonderful Jim Chapman, and it will be hosted by Unity. It is a fundraiser. So a little different than his Wednesday nights, but remember he will be here Wednesday nights, this carrying on. But on December the 18th, which is a Wednesday, from 7 till 9:30, we're going to have some great entertainment, some wonderful hot beverages. There'll be some Christmas goodies. You can do a little bit of last minute Christmas shopping. And then, of course, people can bring food bank donations at that time as well. And as it says, it's not as much about opening our presents as opening our hearts. Very well said. Actually, this year in our family, we're not doing any shopping. It's wonderful. And there's only one daily word left in the bookstore. So if you're looking for a November, December daily word, be the first in the bookstore, and they're only $10. And again, Wednesday nights, we have our music. So this Wednesday, we have Paul Mills, Paul Odegaard, and Nathan Garber. And as always, it's only $10, cash at the door, or e-transfer to jimchapman@rogers.com. And well, we're ready for our prayer for protection. So we'll do this together as always. The light of God surrounds me. I am the light. The love of God enfolds me. I am the love. The power of God protects me. I am the power. The presence of God watches over me. I am the presence. Wherever I am, God is, and all is well. Yay, God. And we'll gather around in a circle for our peace song. All righty. We're ready. So as you go about this week, make your words positive, inspiring, uplifting, especially to yourself and to others, of course. And so we'll have a few moments to do a little sharing. I don't know if there's anybody on Zoom that would like to share. I bet there's at least one person in the room that would like to say thanks to Tony or share some positive, encouraging up. Ah, here comes Gary. Yay.
Thank you very much, Tony. It's so resonating what you said. And it brought to mind some things I've learned. For example, have you ever come